Hey, it's me, NT, and welcome to my walkthrough of Routine. I'll take you every step of the way to the ending, and I'll also show all the cinematics, in case you'd rather watch than play yourself. Let's get started.
We started this journey together, chasing the unknown, seeking what we could not see. But now, we're lost.
Okay, first things first is a rather involved tutorial, which is going to be on that screen. Try opening the door, it's locked. This is telling us we need a pressure suit, helmet, ID. Waiting for the screen to come up. There we go. I'm going to be trying to go through this pretty quick. Just in case, if you've already done this. Base, boop, look down, look up. Oh, I got to do it in order. Down. Great. Lean left. Continue. Great. Lean right. Continue. Great. Lean up. Continue. Great. You're terrible. You're terrible. We just said terrible instead of fair. Release form. Now we can print our ID. Continue. Print. ID. Give me ID. Print faster. Come on, give me ID. Don't fall under the thing like you're about to. ID. Nope. Get down. Get as close as you can. Spacebar. Up. Go down. Spacebar. Back. There we go. That's a little bit of a finger contortion. So now we have our ID. We can get our helmet. This officially starts Chapter 1, Birth. We're all set to go. Open the door. We've got more tutorials to go. By the way, if you see dark places in this game, that generally means you're not supposed to go into them. So we're going to come up here. See this great vista. Focus my view. We're really just trying to cut through this tutorial. Yep, it's the moon. I like that. Person's gonna start talking. Hopefully we don't have to wait for them. We're actually trying to go get our cat, which is our cosmonaut assistance tool. It's this direction. There's also no maps in this game, so I'm gonna have to try to rely on my memory, which I made some notes to try to help my memory, but we'll see how it does. Right, let's grab our Cosmonaut Assistance tool, aka our cat. This should start up the cat tutorial. Yep, next slide, yada yada. Go get the battery. The battery's over here. You can only carry one battery at a time in this game, which I didn't like to begin with, but you really don't need it that often. Also, these recycling bins here took me to the end of the game to find out these are infinitely full of batteries, but they will only give you 1 bar of energy. A normal battery gives you 3 bars. See? Which you do need fighting robots because that's 3 shots. But if you just need to interact with something, like the cat orientation, I expect the cat to operate its functions. Cool. It's on. Everything's fine as far as I know. Oh, we do though need to... it's looping. We need to find a terminal. Okay, so I think this also counts as a terminal. Even though it looks like a slideshow. Again, there'll be a little bit of me figuring out what to do. You got a couple different buttons on here. The one we want right here is the interact with area button, right? It pulls up our menu. We can go and save. You're going to be wanting to do that in a lot. And we can go on our database. We can get the arrival elevator pin 0651. These codes do randomize, I've just discovered, because that was a different number when I played last. I beat this game once, and then I reviewed all the footage to make this walkthrough. So we're going to be doing a little bit of discovery with each other, but I did make the walkthrough to show you how to do everything. So keypad 0651, enter. There's a little bit of waiting around in this game. We can open the door since we put the code in. And now we can go to gateways. We were in arrivals. Congratulations, that's the tutorial area. Took me a lot longer to do that the first time, not just because I was looking around experiencing everything, because I was going, what button do I press? Okay, so we're going to residential. We need to go to the tram first. Up. We'll start by making sure that our module, our shooty module is on, which it is. We'll press F, which we don't need, but it gets rid of the tutorial. Shoot the relay box. We are now down one shot. Generally, you always want to keep at least 2 battery in your cat at all times, because a lot of the enemies, the robots that show up later, they take 2. Run over here. We're going to safety save. I'm going to do a lot of safety saving. You may not want to do as much as me, but I hate losing progress, so I save a lot. I'm going to take a nice little ride to the tram, which right now the tram should only have one place it can go to. Oh, we have a choice between the mall and living quarters. I choose to do the living quarters first. It's actually a little longer than the mall, a little more complicated. Or at least it was for me the first time I played. Okay, turn the lights on, let me go. Oh, no, they turned me around. That's why I couldn't go that way. I'm gonna leave the tram. It's time to enter. They call it living quarters, I call it residential. So if I say the wrong thing, you'll know what I mean. Faulty terminal, use cat to diagnose if you can't open the door. Okay, so let's use our cat. Connect the cat by pressing the cat button. The connect button, which is this. Establishing connection, running tdiagnosis.exe. Errors SEO2, SEO1. You can go over to error codes and look them up. I already know that what I need to do is turn this off and turn it back on. If at any point in this walkthrough you want to figure out the puzzle for yourself, particularly to stop me from just jumping ahead and showing you the answer, pause the video, please. Alright, so now we're actually in living quarters. To access living quarters, we have to follow all of this rigmarole. We need to log in with my ID. My ID has also randomized. So it is 0236. And that is 0236. Enter. Then there's going to be a short little commercial because they make us watch a commercial before we can go to our bedroom. All right, now gate open. Gate open. Do I need to click this to make the gate open? Oh no, I got a robot chasing me. Alright. So, forgot that he was there. Duck under the gate if you want to. Take a little run. Now we're going to... He's still chasing me, and I want to save. Shoot him once to pop the... Shoot him again. So there is a plate that's on the front of this thing. You have to shoot it once to make it fall off. Shoot it again to make it do again. By the way, can't save. So while I'm trying to remember what to do... And where I'm at, let's get a quick safety save with that robot right behind us. Should still be okay. Nope. Nope, he's interfering with us. Oh no, actually I shot twice, so I'm out of ammo. So we'll grab a battery. He's back. Hey, I was just trying to say, by the way, they always juke once, shoot them, Once you figure out how these enemies work, they are not scary. They're always going to, like, hit you once. Oh, can I not? Okay, I do have the battery. Probably stupid of me to try to save here. But, hey. There we go. Save. Good. Now we can run. I need to replace my batteries. I have another 2 shots. But I also need just a second to try to figure out where the heck I'm going. I'm not going... I've got a choice between left and right. And I'm looking for batteries. I'm looking for full batteries, preferably. This is the wrong way. Okay. Of course, he's back. Let him approach. Wait for him to juke. They'll pretty much only juke once. Wait until you... Oh, he must have been shielded. I don't have another shot, but it's okay. He's always gonna... Oh, he threw me the wrong direction. I'm gonna have to, like, physically juke him. Because I'm pretty certain... yep, I have no shots, and I've seen no batteries. Wait, nope. They kind of... By the way, normally you can just walk past these people. Okay, so he's one into standby mode. This is actually a pretty good thing. If he's in standby mode, you can just walk behind him. If you run, there's like a chance that he'll hear you, so I wouldn't run behind a robot in standby mode. And I wouldn't stick around too long either, because they'll eventually reactivate. Alright, I was supposed to go to reception first. To go to reception, there's a note. Hey, Jules, reception key code above the terminal. So what we need to be able to do is see inside reception. Are you on standby? Yes, he's on standby. But I'm going to be walking right in front of him, so I don't know if he's going to... Am I going to be right? Yep, walking right in front of him. I don't know if he's going to activate or not. Maybe I can walk behind him. It'll be okay. Nope, he activated. I still haven't found a good battery either. Good thing he doesn't have a shield on his chest. Shoot his chest. Now, close the door on him. I need a battery. Like, I can't proceed without a battery. Shit, most of these rooms have batteries? Yep, okay. Batteries above the thing. Now we're come over here. There's a sign saying to shoot a relay box like we did earlier with a shutter. So we follow the cables. Relay box. Pachow. Door is open. This is going to lead us to the meeting room. I hear a robot behind me. Open the door to the meeting room. Should just open. Robot's still chasing me. We're going to go straight across under the table. And remember when I'm like, no, that's the wrong way. That's the security camera room or CCTV room. This vent takes you to that room. So that is our next goal. To get that code. This is openable, right? Oh, yeah, gotta hit the button. Here we are in the CCTV room. So we're just going to... We don't want the door yet. We're going to go to reception. And we're going to center our camera on the middle of this nice little heart. Over. And then we're going to zoom in, because I'm assuming this code has changed again. It has changed again. None of the codes I wrote down is going to help me any. 1, 2, 1, 2. So now we can open the door. And we have the access code to reception, which was where I, like, had to circle back around. I hear a robot. How much juice do I have? 2 shots. Okay, so that's enough to blow a plate off a terminal, blow the plate off his chest. I'm just going to trigger him. He's going where I want to go anyway. Hey, yo. Be still. Back to reception. Back to this room. There is a robot that patrols right in front of reception, so hopefully he's not there right now. He's not. Keypad. 1, 2, 1, 2. Enter. Wait. Authorize key. Open door. Through here. Now the laundrette is accessible. I just ran past that. How many bullet shots do I have? I have 1 bullet shot. think all of these rooms have... Nope, this one doesn't have batteries. Okay, one shot is all I need anyway. I can take you all down with one shot. I'm probably running past like several batteries, but it doesn't matter. Particularly since I don't think they can chase you into the laundry. Or at the very least, this staircase is so long that you'll juke them. Then we're going to run past inactive robot, soon to be active, of course. Oh, okay. We'll do a safety save. Pull that up. Safety save. Oh, and a battery. That's nice. Now we get the key card for K, so that's a whole reason we came here. We need two things right now. He grabs you guaranteed. There's no way to get past him. I actually got stuck in this upcoming area, so he grabbed me so many times, but it means nothing. Essentially, the way the health works in this game is they'll punch you, and that seems to do health damage, but you have regenerating health. But what you really want to look out for is one of these doors is going to close on me. What you really want to look out for, yep, this door closes on you. Juke him. What you don't want to happen is they will catch you once and throw you to the ground. And if they catch you again within a short time frame, it will count as a kill. And this game does sometimes have checkpoints. Of course you catch me right outside the vents. I'm not gonna let you reset me. There we go. Into the vent. Anyway, this game does have some checkpoints because I keep, like at the very beginning of the game, I died a time or two and it just checkpointed me at the top of the stairs. But after you really start getting into the save points, or once you progress past chapter 2, I don't know where the break point is, or if it's only certain points have checkpoints. After you get far enough, you can forget about the checkpoints. It's just going to dump you back to your save. Which is the reason I am safety saving. No, I don't want to go there. Now we have went around that door that closed in our face. But I'm a little disoriented. Okay, here's reception. We're going back this way. How many bullets do I have? 2 bullets. Alright, that's enough to take out anything in the game right now. As long as I don't miss. Alright, and we're going all the way back to the elevator. To the station. And we're actually almost done with this chapter. Yep, we're done with the chapter. Chapter 2, Incision. Put that page in my notes away. Now we gotta go to the mall. Make sure I remember where I'm going. So that means first we're going back to the tram. Then from the tram to the mall. I could safety save. I don't think I need to. Or I'll probably safety save at the mall. Run all the way back over here. Go to the mall. Check, check. Stare out the window. You can't not stare out the window when you're on a tram. At least I can't. Okie dokie. Chapter 2, the mall. Or Incision or Ascension or whatever it said. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Should be a save right there. Yep, there's always a save outside the tram area. Probably, again, don't need it. Honestly, I'm hoping I get through this with no deaths. I don't know if there's a trophy for that. I actually have 13 of the 14 trophies. Not that you care. This isn't a 100% walkthrough. If it was 100%, I'd have to be showing you like all the lore and stuff. This guy, wherever he is, wants us to log in, which is over here. We're going to log in at the mall. And again, 51631. 5163, enter. Validating. 5763 apparently. 5763. I actually did write that down. Okay, wait, what am I doing wrong? 5193. 5193. Enter. Thank you. Alright, I'm here for business. So we need to go to the... Oh no, the elevator is unable to call. Hey buddy, could you slowly, so slowly, walk over to this gate and open it for me? I told you the elevator is broke. I need you to go open the gate for me. Oh, Alright, so essentially, what you're going to want to do is wait for this guy to go all the way back where we are. I'm going to run this for you and then just skip forward so you don't have to actually wait on him. And we're going to be going through that gate right there. Alright, time has advanced. He has opened the gate for us. That really takes way too long. Hey, at least he slides down the ladder. Right into the loading screen. Okay, moving on. That's definitely safety save, just so I don't have to follow that stupid bot again. Just save. Okay, so more cables. See the cables? See the relay box? Oh, wrong thing. That's right. Oh, we've had some magnetic interference. You can see that by the circles on the screen. So what we're going to do is this is the degauss button. It anti-magnifies things. They're guaranteed to be gaussed there, by the way, because that's the introduction to that mechanic. Shoot it. One shot left. I could use another battery. Battery. Excellent. Crawl through the vent. Hatch. Alright. Be good if we could leave, but hey, yep. Locked us in. So, just like waiting for the previous bot, we're going to be waiting for another bot to cut us out. Oh wait, nope, I forgot. Before you do that, you've actually got to push this button under here. There we go. Now, that summons the bot to come cut us out. Alright, let's give him a reward for cutting us out. Here's one shot. Two shot. Now we're going to the left. Oh, nope, we're going to the right. And we're going to the arcade, aka the Mega Zone. Hey, there's a bot right there. I guess you can run past them, they won't immediately detect you. Go in here, this is a safe area with no bots. A relay up here we need to shoot. Shoot the relay. Now we're all out of battery, so hopefully there's some battery in this. I think this is a security office. Oh, here's a battery. Okie doke. Now we're going to access this computer. Go to doors. Try to open the door to the mall exit, but I think it queues it up for opening it later. We'll see. Definitely open the door to the playground. Then we're going right back out of the Mega Zone. Now we're looking for the playground that we just opened, which I think is this direction. Again, no maps in this game. Hey, go away. Oh, wait, actually, I don't know why you... I guess this is... Oh, this is a bad idea. I have so many people chasing me now. I don't know why you would want to go in here. Oh, yeah, okay, well, our goal is Neil's Electronics. I don't know if you have to go through the playground to do that or not. We're just looking for the green area, which is Neil's Electronics. Because we're trying to get the brand new Ultra View module, which is right here. Going to give us a little bit more functionality and interactivity with our Cosmonaut assistants. What did I say? Whatever. Doesn't matter. So this is already on. So to see invisible writing, you pull it up, and then it took me forever to find this out. Hold the button. Congratulations, you get 10% off your UltraView module. Now let's just leave, but of course, yep, doors close on us again. That's okay, because back here, we've got a keypad, and we're going to use our new module, and we're going to look at the smudges. The bigger the smudge, the number. So that's going to be a 6, 9, 4, 8. 6, 9, 4, 8. Write that down. 6, 9, 4, 8. Enter. And I don't have to write it down, but it's my habit. And it does solve problems sometimes. Now, since the robots are running around and we're right out of save, let's go ahead and hit that save. Now, we're going right back to the entrance of the area. Or almost to the entrance of the area. Thought I heard a robot, and I don't think they can get in this room. I think sometimes we start getting lockdowns in this area. But not this time, it must be later. Oh, now this, I made a mistake, which is okay because it's going to let me show y'all what not to do. Also, I just juked the robot anyway. I still have I need to turn the shooting module back on. We're going to slowly walk past this robot. Hope he doesn't trigger out of his stable state. Sounds like we're still being chased. The game's not too bad about breaking aggro, but they will chase you a little ways. Alright, exit shutters. This is what we need next. Pull out the keypad. So we can open the exit shutter, pull the keypad up to about there. We're going to turn the UV light module back on. Reactivate it. And we didn't pull it quite up far enough. This takes a little bit of trial and error for me, simply because I don't know if this keypad moves around a little bit. Oh, gotta remember to hold the button down, get rid of the glare. So that is 4309. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. 4309. Also means if I mess up, I'll know exactly what my last attempt was. Come on, validating. Yes, authorized key code. So that means we can open the door. It won't open by itself. And then this one actually took me longer than I like to say. I wandered around for a while before I figured out that what you got to do, stand here, turn to the side, lean out. Oh, I got to put the shooting module on. Lean out. Shoot relay box. Still got 2 bars left. Not going to worry about anything else. I think you're guaranteed to get a robot here. We're running for an elevator in the first... Wait. Okay, this isn't open yet, so that means that we still got to go back to Megazone. I was thinking, like, the first time I did it, I don't care really who chases me right now either. I thought the first time I did it, as soon as I shot the relay, it opened, but maybe I just hit this button so many times the game decided to give it to me. Anyway, back to the Megazone. The very first of our symptoms. Come on, shake it off, guy. Let's go open the mall door. The mall door. Okay, that was the one we wanted. Haven't saved in a while. That makes me a little nervous. Hopefully it'll be okay. Now, from what I remember right, yep, a lot of the shutters are closed. That is probably why we needed the playground doors open. Is because all these are closed. I bet we had to cut right through the playground. But that freaked me out, so I didn't. I went this way. Actually, I don't know why you need to go in the playground. There's like one robot with a little bit of dialogue there. Now we're being chased. I'm going to shoot him because last time I tried this, he got on the elevator and the elevator wouldn't go. Until I like lured him off, and then all of a sudden I teleported out of the area because it counted as the elevator going. Back to the station. We got everything we need to enter the ASN area. That is the Kei Koyama's keycard and the UltraView module. Oh, I kind of want that toy. The UltraView module that lets us see passcodes that were entered, but only on screens in this area. We go to the next area and you can no longer see the passcodes. Hey, dude, I'm trying to do kind of a speed run walkthrough here. Could you stop just stopping and doubling over? It's not a speed run, but I'm trying to quickly go through here so y'all don't have to see me like faffing around.
Days pass, but nothing changes. It's like time forgot to take me with it.
Oakley dokley. I'm in the terminal, but I haven't traveled to where I want to go. So let's leave the mall. I don't know how I got in the terminal and the save point. I keep going, oh, the save point. I've done this time and the first time I played. Oh, the save point. All right, you turned me around again, I think. Gotta wait for the door to open. Come on. Alright, I am going to hit this save point. I just did a pretty good bit, and if a robot kills me, I'd have to do it again. Except I'm out of battery. You can't access a save point with no battery. Who would make it a game where you can save with no battery? Ammo dependent on saving, huh? Saving dependent on ammo. Okay, well, here we go. Glad I learned about the recycle battery thing, because the game does not tell you at all. I mean, I know they're very obvious because they're lit up and all, but if you, I guess I had like full battery the first time I clicked on it, and it's like, well, obviously you don't get anything, you already have a full battery. But I was just like, well, it's worthless. There's no point trying it, except I got to like one point where I needed a battery, and it was like a gate. Well, like, I know there's got to be some batteries here somewhere, and there is the bin of recycled batteries. I'm like, oh, okay. So, there's the entrance to ASN. We'll scan ID, which is going to be K Koyama. And scan valid. Yep, scan valid. Access code. We're going to pull back out our ultraviolet. And we're going to scan the smudges. So it's 3, 4, 5, 8, I think. Let's try that and just let me write it down. 3, 4, 5, 8. Yep. Mouse. 3, 4, 5, 8. Enter. Be valid. I don't want to have to do that again. It takes so long. Valid access code. Cool. So the door should open, right? Right? Credentials approved. Take my shooty out because I know what's coming up next. And shoot this person. Stop them from talking. You can listen to their dialogue and find out like why to shoot them. Yep. Door open. I know that's what I was supposed to do. I actually like the voices for this person too. For Icy. I think it's really cute. So when you're playing it yourself, I would suggest actually listening to what they have to say. Because they're fun. Now we're in the Chapter 3, Recreate. Okay, so we're here to shut down the ASN, which is that big thing in the middle. So let's go to the lit up terminal. And close all these messages. I think if you don't close them all, it actually won't let you proceed. So we'll go ahead and shut down. Initiate. Continue to the next terminal. Which is... Which one's lit up? That one's lit up. Nope. Oh, all the things are popping out. We may be waiting for that. It's going to be one of these two terminals. After everything finishes popping up. There we go. So we're going to continue the shutdown. And these also randomize. So we want A2, A6, and A8 to be down. So A4, A3, here's A2. If you're having trouble seeing it, not only can you wait for the flashes to come out, you can also, the UV is also a flashlight. A2, that's A4. This should be A5. Nope, that's A6. Skip 1, A8. Correct. Yep, A8. Excellent. Then we give it a second. And I think the Only terminal left is the one in the back. So it should turn on in a second. Yep, it turns on. We're going to continue. Open the core with both handles. There we go. Gotta wait for it to come up. Handle 1. We cross over. Handle 2. Right there. I think we'll have to wait for it to relight up before we can interact with it. There we go. Interacted with. Then we'll pull up our shooting module. And all we got to do is wait for this to come out of his goo. Give it a good pichow. Alright, so it took me an annoyingly long time to figure out what to do here the first time. Also, I did discover that if I had battery and you shoot that thing, it turns red. But you're actually looking for this fish over here. Once you get close to the fish, you'll get the little cinematic and proceed.
I bloomed gently, hoping something might answer. Did it find you?
Okay, so we're now entering the biggest area of the game. Also introduces a new power switching mechanic. So we go through here to the left again. Through this little vent to the first of our mini breakers. We have to make sure not to use too much power, but we're going to turn everything on. I haven't mathed out everything to see exactly what things should be, but the game has a tendency to turn off things that you don't need. So it shouldn't be a real issue. Let's go ahead and begin the reboot here. We're going to wait until it asks for a security interface, which we don't have. We're going to come around, grab a battery because I noticed that my gun was completely out when I tried to shoot that thing. Then we're going to hit a save. And we're going to go from there into systems, I believe is what this is called. We're going to run through systems to this breaker. And door commons 2. We're going to leave that on. I just accidentally clicked it. Door reception. We also want... Let me double check. Is this door commons? No, this is door commons 1, so I clicked the wrong one. I always want to leave door commons 1 open if possible. Then this vent is all lit up. I don't know if you have to turn the door on for reception to light that up, but it, I think maybe to leave reception the fast way, you have to do that. Now we're just looking out for the lit up areas. A lot of these places where they stick you in like these dark corridors, you just look around and then go towards the next lit up area. Then this that we can barely see is another exit vent. It's going to take us into reception, where we're going to get the activation module. Where did they put that? Here it is. Activation module. Now we can open doors in this area. Isn't that cool? Make sure it's turned on. As soon as the arrow starts blinking, we're all good. Now we're going to continue the archive rebooting process, which is really like going to be several steps. And see, they've turned the archive off on me. I didn't tell it to do that. We're going to turn everything back on again. Now we're going to continue rebooting the archive. Enable the security interface module monitor. Take a picture of it. By the way, that does take apparently 1/5 of a battery. So it will drain your battery doing that. So just be mindful of that. Right, server has failed. Ensure the server is in operation. Let's hit a quick safety save. I don't know if we really need it. There is a monster in this area, but he's coming in just a few minutes. Then you might see me have to restart. Now we're going to the common area. That's the closer door, but I essentially learned that if I always... Well, they turned this off too. So I want door reception off. Door commons 1 on. Anyway, this door is right next to the breaker. And if I keep going through this door, it's a little easier for me to remember where I'm going. We're going to run roughly straight back. This area also is a maze. Then I didn't run far back enough. Then it's going to be right. We're going to the very back of this area, the left. Into this breaker. We want the breaker that says lift servers. And that's going to be... It's in a little bit of a hidden area. It's not hidden. There's just like loops and twists in this area. Which is real fun when the monster starts chasing you. Going down to the lift servers. We're taking the elevator down to the servers. Short little ride on the creepy-vator. Like all the creaky... Should have called it a creaky-vator. It was creaking a lot. Alright. We're going to run down the server hallway. This is the data access to the server. First thing we need to do is run diagnostics. It's going to tell us which disks we need to replace. Let's connect our cat device, which is a little finicky. I've had to click that button several times to get these kind of windows to accept it being the cat. I pin out so I can write down what I need. I'm sure this is randomized to F2, D3, J3, F4. Okay. So D should be first. I guess I'm doing D first. It's actually not first. So D3 needs to be pulled out. As does F2, F4. Now I'm looking for J3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J3. J3. Always going to be 4 disks. They're just randomized. Let me check my... Yep, doing good. So now we can close this. We can hit server. Server is going to boot, and without the corrupted disks, it's not going to hang, just like in real life. Drive check completed. Please wait. There's save here. No save in the server room. Continue with the next step. Stand in the highlighted area. And let's upgrade our security. Nope, I was too fast. Complete. Return to archives. Alright, let's return to archives. An invisible monster just grabbed us, so we're going to be running back to the elevator, hammering the button to go up, but only once. It's not going to go up. We're going to do it again. 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 All right. So there is a note outside this elevator up top that says if it doesn't work, you have to wait a second before hitting the button again. That's why I was looking out the door. You just hammer on it, you may get killed right there. All right, so where am I? What am I doing? What's going on in my life? That looks like common door 1. Systems, that should be open. So We're going to go around here. Just want to make sure all these doors are... What? Oh. All right. This breaker room. We're going to open Commons 1. I don't think the monster is active quite yet. Although I can definitely hear him, which makes me think he's active. He's pretty much never in systems. I don't think I've ever seen him in systems. Since the monster is active, I'm going to be a lot more aggressive with my safety saves. Because he is invisible and he just wanders around like a normal monster. All this is off again. Told you I left it all on for a reason, but they keep turning it off. Alright, continue rebooting the archives. Server is now working. They've got my security clearance, security interface. I'm like level 1, connecting to server, connection, yada yada. I meant to look out who Demos is. I know that says Deem OS. Alright, so we need to go in the diary, and we need to get Callie's locker code, which also changed to 4358. Oh, that means the next puzzle I'm going to have to actually solve. Probably. Oh, actually, I may not have to solve the... I may be able to skip part of the next puzzle, but I'll tell you all about that in a second. Okay, 4358. We're going to safety save one more time. I know, I just saved. As in, like, 30 seconds ago. But I will have to go back through turning everything back on again if I die. This is imaging, correct? Yes, I don't need to go into imaging. I need to go into systems. Yeah, I've been calling this systems. I don't know what that's actually called. So I think that's the fastest thing. I noticed that I need to degauss my gun, so I degaussed it. Now we're not going to do quite as much running. I'm still going to do some running, but we've got a monster lurking around. And he has this tendency... You can see him... Ah, he saw me. Whoop. Okay, so usually he's invisible, but not always. So there's only one place I know is safe from the monster, and it's these breaker rooms. He was right where I needed to go to. If this is a speed run, it's going to slow down right here because I got to start dodging this monster. Anyway, if he's invisible, you can see him using the activation module. And you can sit there and stare at him and he'll become visible. I'm just going to walk slowly, so hopefully he doesn't aggro. Callie's locker. Okay, he's right there. Callie's locker. 4358. Okay, so we've got to look for these 4 locations. We've got to look for the tree. We've got to look for the code input panel. We've got to look for these 2 spools of wire, or the crosshatch shadows. And we've got to look for this little stack of servers with a barred gate on the other side of it. Looking thing. Now, while we're dodging the monster, and since we're just gathering information, if we die, sounds like it's going to randomize again. Here's the closest one. Being the keypad entry door, we're going to pull up our ultraviolet, turn it on, and we'll see that one is a diamond with the lines on it. The first symbol we're looking for, diamond with lines on it. Now, probably the next one that's going to be difficult for me to find exactly where it is super... I thought I heard the monster. Okay, we're looking for this area with the cross shadows and the cables. And That's like a U, or an upside down staple. Now we can leave the common area. We'll turn around from there. This may actually be the most, the easiest way to go. Then to the tree, and the symbol, oh, gotta degauss my cat. The symbol's somewhere around here, so it's a circle. I think it was a circle my first time through, too. Then we go to reception, which is where the last one is. We got to reactivate the reception door. Thought I heard the monster. Okay, so back into reception. Oh, we got to change to the activation one. He is wandering around and is happy to kill you if he gets his hands on you. Then to there. He seems to be a little less active when you're actively hunting for the symbols. Then we got a triangle. Okay, so we got everything we need to solve the code. But we do have a little bit more finagling. Back to systems. Back. Pull this back up so I have a chance of seeing him before he gets to me. Degauss. Find it most effective in this game to run a little short ways and then stop. Okay, hopefully he leaves us alone. Because the only good way to solve this is with this piece of paper. So we've got to order these in order. So it's going to go, triangle is the first column. The second column is the staple, upside down staple. Next column is the circle. Last column is the square with the lines. Okay. So triangle, first column, correlates to 7. Upside down staple, second column, correlates to 6. You see, I'm just seeing what's on the opposite or the obverse or whatever the word is side of the paper. Circle correlates to 1. And diamond correlates to 0. Thankfully, the entrance to this area is right here. And if I got any of those numbers wrong, it'll be quick to try to correct. 7, 6, 1, 0. But I got them right. Excellent. I wish that one didn't randomize. It took a little extra time to do that. Okie dokie. Now we're in the vestibule. We're going to start the alignment process. Begin the optical test in room 1. That's the auditory room. This is optical. Begin the optical tests. Okay, we're looking for the ones that were spinning counterclockwise, hopefully. Which I counted 4, so let's say 3. I counted wrong. No, I counted right. Okay, embedded item recognition. Either that or maybe it doesn't matter what you pick on this one. What item did you see? None. Auditory test, room 2. Okay. Start the auditory tests. Spatial discrimination. I really don't think it matters which ones you pick, but I'm going to go with the one I did last, which was front. Last time I played this. You did successfully get to question 2. Alright, I picked Unsettle last time. That seems to be fine with them. So now back to the alignment terminal. We're going to drain the basin for the somatic procedure. The basin's over here. Chase the water. Crawl in the very disconcerting area. I don't know who would put maintenance back here. And we're going to grab James Mason's key card. Another randomized number, 4673. Okie-dokie. Crawl back through. I felt for sure like the water was going to start filling back up when I did that the first time. Go behind the alignment wall. Over here to James Mason's terminal. 4673. Demos. We're going to hit security to upgrade our security module. I think that was already on. Shoot it. We have upgraded our module, which means we can leave this place. Wish I had it save. And we're going to be going all the way back to... Yeah, I need to go hit a save. That door's closed. Did I just hear the monster? Wait, hold up. The water threw me off. Safety save! Progress saved. So we're going back to the breaker and what I thought was systems. I don't really know what you call this area. It's not the common areas. Just going to keep calling it systems. We're going to turn the lift entrance on, which takes a lot of power. Then we're going to go right around the corner. Now that we're security level 2, I got to degauss again. To take the elevator up to the surface of the moon. Isn't that exciting? Run, run, run. Oh, I'm down to 1 shot. Is there a battery on this table? Yes. Okay. Grab the battery. And initialize airlock sequence. Shoot the security thing. Start the black screen of loading. Slowly wait for the door to open. I mean, it is an airlock. I guess it's relatively fast for an airlock. Still takes too long. And are y'all ready for the big reveal? Are you ready to see the moon and everything on it? Unfortunately, you move a little slowly on the moon. You're doing this little hoppy-skippy moon jump. There's the Earth! There's Chapter 5, Endure! Now, real simple to get to the next area. You're just following the yellow-orange cones. Nothing here, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Okay, so we're now in the annex. I don't know why you would build something on the moon that requires you to spacewalk to get from one building to the other. Unless you know you like had a private bedroom out there and you didn't want people annoying you. Alright, so fully into the Prism old labs, or we will be as soon as we take this elevator. Everything's so yellow and dirty. Okay, so we've had a long little run, and somehow the monster does seem to know a way to get here without a spacewalk. Because he's in this area too. Definitely want a safety save. Then we're going over to the main wing. Doing okay on ammo? Yep, full ammo. We're going to the right. Into lab. Nope. To impatient. Into lab 1. Going through the vent here. This vent's going to be used a couple times to help us try to circumvent the monster. Also going to take us, I don't know if it's the only way into the main hall or the best way. Let's hit a safety save. I know, we just saved. I don't like restarting progress. Now we're looking for... Ah! Hey, are you active? Or is that just a jump scare? Okay, so the reason that got me so well, let's write this down, is because last time I went through here, the first time, the game gave me this ID code without me actually picking it up. I just found it in my database. So I didn't get that jump scare the first time. He looked happy though. 0211. So apparently if you can't find that ID, it'll be in your database. Or if you want to avoid that jump scare, it'll be in your database. We'll run exe, running that back, opening these doors over here. Now, I do think I remember him being active in this room. Wait, I don't think I need to be in here. Nope, there's nothing in here but some lore. In fact, I need to slow my roll a little bit. No, I doubt. As long as he's not right in front of me, this is the vent I need. All right. Twist through here. Through here. Through here. I just realized this puzzle might be randomized too. It'll be easy to find out. We've got to make the disinfectant. And it starts off... Nope, it's not randomized. Starts off here with Cu2+. By looking at the different pieces of paper around the room and doing essentially a logic puzzle where you're eliminating what goes with what, you'll know exactly what to put in here. So, assuming it's not randomized, the base is isopropyl alcohol. Active 1 is copper. Active 2 is hydrogen peroxide. And the stabilizer is EBDTA. So let's run a test, see if this is randomized or if the fungal growth gets destroyed. That looks pretty promising. Yep, this one is not randomized. Couldn't really randomize it anyway. You could do multiple solutions. Alright, main control laboratory is accessible. Okay, so now we've made a bit of progress, which means we should save. I wasn't even sure if there's a save in here, but there is. Now we're going right back out the same way we came. The monster, I did see the monster one time peeking his head through there. So maybe not walk too close to that door either, by the way. Now, he's really active here last time I played. Like, really active. Like, he may be guaranteed to be right outside here. He seems so active. Oh, DGOS. Okay, I hear him walking. We need to go right to the right here. I don't hear him anymore. Oop. Okay, so the only place I know this dude can't go is like in vents. He's right where we need to be. So I'm going back in the vent. And then we got a little window and he's visible. He's been visible this whole playthrough. He went invisible a lot during my original playthrough. I don't know what the difference is. I saw movement. Okay. I saw movement, but I don't know. Still don't know where he is. Okay. Seems to be clear. We're going to hit door main wing. And through here. Dark. Okay, back into the main area. Right. Just a little second of me remembering what I'm doing. Wanting to save as much as possible. Then now that we've made EL9, which is the chemical we just made, that's the decontamination chemical that kills the fungus. This is our decontamination room. It's now full of chemical. It means it's... Or no, maybe EL9 is the fungus and that was the disinfectant for the fungus. Much less scary than Atom Falls decontamination. Every time I went to the hub and those things fired off, it made me jump for the longest time. Now we're looking for this key card. William Davis's, so 5134. 1, 3, 4. Everything we need in here. There is audio log. There's been plenty of audio logs I've just been skipping around. And now we need to go back to lab 1, back through the vent. By the way, I'm doing a lot of running because I'm trying to keep this video not too long and y'all don't have to wait. Anytime the monster is active, you should mostly not run because you need to be listening out for his footfalls. Okay, I don't think the monster is going to be in the next area. I don't think he can actually show up there outside of that jump scare. Save data. Then I don't hear him. Then we're looking for Williams Terminal, which is... okay, he can be in here. This is what happens when you don't know exactly where you're going. Williams Terminal is somewhere in that area. I would have been right on it if it hadn't been for him. You know, in my first playthrough, you never entered that area. I think Williams Terminal is like back right. Could it be in here? Yeah, okay, it's in here. I remember where I was. He probably wouldn't even see me. So Williams' new number is 5134. New for me. It won't be new for y'all. It also won't be this number for y'all. Gonna open up the override. Yep, down to the tunnels. Slide down the ladder. If you noticed, well, you will. I don't know if you noticed or not, but there was another ladder immediately like this, like 2 rooms back, except it was completely flooded. So now we're going into the overflow area. Essentially, we just got to make our way through this area. Same thing, we're following the lights. I think that light was a false. Yeah. Keep following the lights. But not the first light, because that one's just a red herring. Then here's some more light. Then back here. Definitely don't have this memorized. You're looking for this valve. And we're going to be transferring the water from the first ladder to this ladder, essentially. So we're retracing our steps. But we do have an invisible stamina bar, and I want to conserve a little stamina. We're also kind of following the water. And the pipes. I want to conserve a little stamina for this area. And you'll see why in just a second. Okay, so I was a little too fast. But the monster is back there in the water. You can see him splashing even if he's invisible. So you want to save enough stamina to make a run for this ladder. I get the feeling he's not going to catch you before the ladder anyway. I'm not sure. So this is Entity A and Entity B. I don't remember all this blood around here before. Anyway, back up the ladder. Visual hallucinations. That's a bad sign. Then we're going to cut right back across. Into here. Safety save. I don't think there's anything coming up that could kill me. But when you run right past the save in a game like this, it's a good idea to hit it. Back down the ladder, once I figure out how ladders work. Right, now I don't think the monster can be here either. Actually, I'm pretty certain he can't be here. For one thing, there's no good places to hide. It's wide enough here you could maybe juke him, but he also looks like he probably has a really large catch you box. Ladder, hallway, vent. I might safety save in a second, but first I'm going to come over here. And we're going to use Williams' code from earlier, so 5134. And we're going to upgrade security. There we go, module updated. Well, you know, while we're here, why not go ahead and safety save? I'll jig out on my mouse a little bit. Safety save. Now we're all done in the annex. We really just came here for security 3. Not only that, I think there's a couple cinematics left, but I don't know if there's any... Go down the ladder. I don't know if there's any actual gameplay left. This is just, you know, dodge, monster, try not to scream. Actually, that one jump scare that you just saw get me with the idea was the only one that got me, because I was so focused on talking and doing that I wasn't expecting a jump scare. And most games don't get me with their jump scares, so that was pretty good. A little cheap, of course. Normally I'm pretty jump scare resistant too, so that's kind of impressive. I don't really want to hit that save. Oh, wait, this is wrong. Not where I want to go. I want to go this way. Because we are leaving. Might safety save back in the beginning area, just because there's going to be that whole walk back to the moon and all. Or, well, not really because of that, but because I've traveled a little bit further. As long as I don't hear the monster, I should be okay. I do hear the monster. I do want to hit a quick save. Then we're going to be leaving. And I'll fast forward it back to the base. Okay, so we're back in the main base. Getting close to the end now. Chapter 6, Legacy. That's our last chapter. Gonna go back down into the base. With the creaky elevator. Alright, so I want to go run safety save. We could proceed there, I just don't think it's a very good idea. So hit our safety save. Then we're also going to... Okay, so those stayed on. We're going to leave them on. Now we're going to go do prong 1 and 2. So the first place we're going to be going is over here in what I was calling systems. We're running to the systems breaker. We could have done this earlier, but then we wouldn't have been able to save. And we're going to turn lift entrance off, door reception off, turn prong 1 on. Prong 1 is real nearby. It's right here. Shoot it with my door opener. Plenty of juice. Now this is just like a little hot-cold minigame. We first want to get proximity to be about right. Doing it left and right. Then we want clarity to be, there we go, clarity. Prong has been aligned. I don't know if you have to, but I'm going to run over here. We no longer need to access that prong door. I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off, get the power back. Now we're going back into the common rooms, back into that breaker all the way in the back. Pretty certain the monster should be active. Again, I don't hear it though. Way, way, way in the back. Now for this, we want to turn on prong and we want to turn on door imaging. Now prong is straight across. Still don't hear the monster. Don't know if he's active or not. Then we're just playing hot cold again. Go the direction that makes the number go up. Stop when it starts going down. Number go up. Then I think this one is out. Nope, maybe they're both in. I think I hear footsteps. Prong has been aligned. Now we're going to run back and close that door. I don't know if we need to close the door for energy, but it's just going to make it a little easier. And I'm listening. Okay, so now we're going to imaging. Both imaging doors should be open. Keep holding my breath because I think I'm hearing this enemy. Here's imaging. Imaging 02. I definitely just heard him. There's no save light right nearby either. Okay, we're going over to this breaker. We're turning echography, whatever on. And I want to be really careful now because he likes imaging, I think. And if he catches us now, I'm going to be set back a little bit of a ways. Okay. I don't think he can go in the echography room. Unless probably he chases you in here. We're going to go and continue the echography. Let me check my ammo. Still doing good. I saw that battery there. I didn't know if I wanted it. Okay, the scanning the canal. Output ready. Is this the output? Because it's pretty much just trash. Intervention required. Proceed to the ripening and induction terminal immediately. So that's right nearby. You don't even need to save as long as we don't run into a monster. Actually, it might be more dangerous to save right now than it is to just keep going. Again, listening for those audio cues. Here's the path. The path leads to ripening and induction. Cool. I don't know why there's just fungal monuments here. Then we're going to this room in the back. Hey, dude. Again, I'm trying to make a video here. Can you hold the breakdown until the ending?
Keep pushing forward.
Oh, there's those visual hallucinations. Now we're going to inject amniotic brine. And nothing actually seems to be happening. It's not like there's needles shooting out of the wall and into my skull. But we're just going to wait till this bar finishes. Don't know if you actually have to, but I don't want to have to come back here and hit the button again. And yep. Earthquake. The canal is ready. That's what I was waiting for. Don't think the monster can show up in here. I'm going to be very unhappy if I get killed, though. I haven't saved in a minute. Continue running through the darkness. Yeah, I hope I'm going the right... Nope. I shouldn't have ran through the darkness. I should have looked for some light. Because I went just the wrong way. Okay. So... I don't think he'll show up after you do that. We opened imaging door 2, so we can go straight back to the hub. Right, let's go safety save. This may actually be the last save in the game. By the way, if you, I don't know, have something you want to do. As long as it's not past the save. Got our safety save. But it's just time to leave. Oh, hey. See, that jump scare didn't get me the first time. Because I was like actively looking out for him instead of in the hall where I thought he wasn't there at all. Yeah, it's a video. It's so sad. Oh, that's right. You actually have to click the screen to start the video. Because that actually shows the video of his mother, Entity B. Which we're not going to stop and wait and watch him watch. But it's kind of sad. It's interesting. Now the canal is ready. And as you can see, we've been locked off for most of the rest of the game anyway. That really was a point of no return. Along with the continually worsening hallucinations. And at this point, you could consider the walkthrough part of this more or less over. All you got to do is keep walking forward. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Oh, I'm out of batteries. I think that may be where I ran out of batteries and found out you could get batteries. You want to beat it on your own? This is a good time to turn off the walkthrough and initialize airlock sequence. We'll activate the airlock sequence, and then you just walk forward. And if you're still here, or if you want to see exactly what to do, then I said I was going to show you everything, so we're going to finish the game. And along with this slowly opening door, I'll stop talking when the cinematics start. We're now in the canal. It's a little dark here, but we get lights kicking on. This is the whole reason that the survey team was sent here, that we had the lunar outpost, etc., just to find out what's going on with this canal. Probably also the red fungus. Actually, I'm not sure if this first team saw the red fungus or they were just here for the canal.
You've come so far. One final step.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure what the trigger is here. I thought it was running off the edge of the map. That thing's opening up. And inside is a person! So I guess you just have to wait.
Together. We begin anew. Through me, you endure. Through you, I endure.
So that was Routine. Thanks a bunch for watching. I also released a video doing a Let's Play of the first hour to 2 hours of it. So if you want to see my blind playthrough reactions, here's a link to that right now. I'm also releasing at least one video a week on interesting new games. So if you haven't subscribed yet, would you ride the tram down to the subscription button and turn notifications on? If you're already subscribed, thank you. And if you want to support me further, there's a Ko-Fi link in the description. I'm really happy I played this game, but I hope this video made your playthrough go a little smoother than I did. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. Hope you all have a great evening, and bye!